Welcome to Fanboy Critic, where we go watch new movies out in theaters and give you our review, both the good and the bad. I'm Joe Mortiz and I'll be your fanboy.
And I'm Sam McClure, I'll be your critic. This week on Fanboy and Critic, we went to go see Yesterday, directed by Danny Boyle, starring Himesh Patel, Lily James, Ed Sheeran, and Kate McKinnon. And, well, if you don't know what Yesterday is, this is a movie about a man who wakes up to find nobody else knows who the Beatles are, and he decides to basically become the Beatles.
And steal their song.
Danny Boyle, he's always amazing. What did you think he did well with this cast? I mean, Himesh Patel, I've never seen him in anything before. How did they do? What did they do well?
I think he did a great job paying homage to the Beatles. I mean, it is called Yesterday, and it is based somewhat on the Beatles. I mean, you hear all their songs and you feel so nostalgic hearing all these songs come up, but the story was awesome. I think that was the best part about it. I completely love the story. I guess it's a love story or whatever you want to call it, but that was really good, and the cast was really good too. I mean, like you said, something Patel, whatever his name is. Himesh Patel. I've never seen him in anything. He's probably been in a couple of things, but I can't think of anything. But he was amazing. He did a really good job. And Lily James blew it out the water. She did a fantastic job. But the story, it dragged me in every time. It wasn't just the Beatles, but I was in love with the story. I was in love with the Beatles. He did a great job.
I don't have much to critique here. I mean, I agree. I think Danny Boyle always brings it. He's always amazing. I think that the writing was spectacular. I thought the dialogue was really good. The story, kind of predictable. I mean, it's pretty much what you expect. And the premise was interesting.
Yeah.
But it just it felt a little gimmicky going in. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. I thought they would just be like, hey, look at all these jokes about you knowing things about the Beatles that the people in the movie don't know. They only did that once or twice. I was pretty happy with that. Himesh blew it out of the water. So did Lily James. I mean, they had really great chemistry.
Definitely.
I think my only real critique is it's kind of predictable on how it's going to go. It's a romantic dramedy sort of thing. Ed Sheeran actually did pretty well. I wasn't dissatisfied with him. The only thing I guess I can really complain about is the final, speech that they give, because it's a romantic movie. You have to have that final speech to kind of finish the romantic entanglement. It felt a little lacking to me. They were building on these themes and motifs the whole time, and they didn't really call back any of that in the final speech. It was basically just, a very standard sort of, this is how I feel about you, and there was a lot of, there were a lot of seeds that they didn't actually fully grow to plants in that final scene. That's okay. In general, it was a really great movie, and I haven't left a movie feeling like that in quite a while. Convince the critics out there why they need to go see Yesterday.
Critics, you're going to want to go watch this movie because we all know every single one of you love the Beatles. So that's one reason to watch it, is because there's a lot of Beatles songs and you're going to love it. And this movie just had everything what a movie should have. I mean, it was funny. There were so many surprises. It was exciting. The story is awesome. And it's a love story. How can you not go see a love story? Go check it out. I'm sure you're going to love it.
Because us critics are bitter, lonely people. That's why. Fanboys. What can I say? I mean, if you love the Beatles, maybe you just should stay at home and listen to the Beatles, because this guy is not... Himesh is a fantastic singer. He is not the Beatles. And they do kind of bastardize some of the songs in certain ways.
Yeah.
And you're going to be pulling your hair out the whole time being like, just be smart characters and get together instead of throwing obstacles in your own path like every romantic movie, comedy, drama. I don't know, that's the best I can do.
Is this off to the ratings?
Yes, we're off to the ratings, Jay. What would you rate this movie from, it's been a while, it's been at least a month since we put out one of these. From all the way down here at hate to love, where do you put this on your scale?
Since it's been a while, Fanboy is coming back because I definitely love this movie. I absolutely loved it. Like I said, it has everything a movie should have, from jokes to the love to the story. It was absolutely perfect. I am in love with this story. I don't know if it was more of the Beatles side or if just the movie, but it was a great mix. I loved it.
I have to agree. I'm gonna be at a love.
Yeah, see?
These are why I know a lot of people or a lot of critics, their little sound bites. This is why we go to the movies, and it's all about action movies and popcorn movies. No, this is why we go to the movies. This is why we enjoy storytelling. It leaves you with a feeling inside and feeling like you understand more of your soul and more of art in the world. This is the type of movie that everybody should see.
That almost brought me to tears.
All right, fanboys and critics, thank you for watching. And if you liked this video and liked hearing our take, we are a much smaller channel. It would really help us out a lot if you liked, subscribe, leave comments, share, whatever you can. It helps us out a lot more than those bigger channels. So we appreciate your love.
And we'll see you for the next review.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. We're just going with it.